There we go. Hi, I'm Debbie Cronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm here to show you what I did with the paper pumpkin for this month. It is the one that Shelley developed, and it's called Hope. It's the Hope box. And I have a couple of gals with me, and we're going to make some cards. So this is the paper pumpkin. The supplies you'll need for this are Blackberry Bliss stamp pad, which comes in the paper pumpkin. You'll want a tuxedo black or a Memento tuxedo black ink pad, a paper trimmer. Whoops, yep, my paper trimmer is here. And I love our Stampin' Up! Trimmer. You will need some glue dots, some dimensionals, and some adhesive. How about that? Liquid glue is good, or if you have a tape runner, that will work as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to turn you so you can see my desktop here, and we're joined here by Mary and by Margaret today. So let's look at the desktop, and we'll open up this paper pumpkin. Okay. There we go. There's our paper pumpkin. Paper pumpkin is a monthly kit that comes every month, and you subscribe to it. And this month it was the Hope kit, and it comes with all kinds of goodies in it. So let's get this opened up. I should have cut this open before, huh? Okay. It comes wrapped in plastic, so you have this nice box. See, that comes, and your label is on your plastic, so your box will stay in nice shape as long as the post office doesn't destroy it. So inside our paper pumpkin this time, we have a roll of Blackberry Bliss ribbon. Open this up. This is a beautiful ribbon. It's a woven ribbon. Have you girls opened your paper pumpkins already? You have, right? Okay. Okay, so we have this beautiful woven ribbon. We have a stamp set. And so every month it comes with a stamp set. Each month it's different, of course. So for that reason alone, it's great because now we've got some great Hope greetings. This is Shelley. She's the one who developed it. And this is just a informational flyer on how to assemble the Hope box itself. Because this month there's instructions to do the box. Let's set that aside. This is our Blackberry Bliss stamp pad. I am going to replace this with a standard size Blackberry Bliss stamp pad, just because I don't want to open that one yet. Okay, then inside our beautiful tissue paper here is all kinds. It's a packet of goodies, and so that's what we want to pull out. And then I'm going to set my box aside. I use the box a lot of times for shipping. So you may receive something in one of my paper pumpkin boxes in the mail if I'm shipping something to you. Okay. And in here is a whole set of instructions on how they recommend putting the cards together. So you can do just exactly as they said. They're really cute cards. And there's enough to make 9 cards and 9 envelopes in here. But today we're going to do a couple of alternates. So, and then whatever you have left, if you're joining along with me, you could make into your regular cards. And all the instructions are here on how to do that. And they're all picture instructions. There are no words. I'm not good at instructions or kits. So I always have a tendency to go a different direction with them. So this is what's in our kit today. So we have envelopes. Let's move that out of the way. We have 3 different envelopes, 3 different designs on our envelopes because there are 9 envelopes in here. So we have those. We have some tags, and there's 3 of those. 3 pieces of white cardstock. I'm not sure what those are for, but if I read the instructions, they would tell me. We have some greetings, and we have 3 pieces of designer cardstock, I would say it is. We have tags and circles, And this, I just love this paper. I think it's so pretty. This is, oh, what's the color on this? This is.
Is it jade or?
No, it's the other one. It's one of our regular colors. I want to say Coastal Cabana, but I don't think it is. It's darker than that. It is, if I look at it long enough, it'll come. Okay, and then we have some butterfly punch outs. These are not adhesive, which is kind of nice. And then we have our card bases. And for our card bases, of course, we have 9 different bases. So 3 of that one, 3 with the flower on it, and 3 that are blue, kind of a pool party color. So those are our 3 bases. And then in here are some fun things to play with. So we have some butterflies and swirls. There's 3 of those. There's a large butterfly. This is designed for the paper pumpkin box, basically. That's what this page was designed for. This is the belly band that goes around the box. So they've even given you a belly band that you could put around the box if you want to do that. If you're giving it as a gift to someone full of cards or something, that would be great. Then we have a few more words here. We have words in all different languages, 3 different languages. And another sheet of these. I don't know if that's a second sheet or not. And then just some other accessories here that we can punch out. So let's start with our first card. Let's do the most difficult card first. How about that? So pull out your flowers, your butterfly flower sheet. And let's see, where is the card? My goodness, I don't know what the card looks like. The one that we're doing looks like.
Oh, is it the one with the little swirls on it?
Yeah, we'll do the one with the swirls inside. Yeah, this one. Okay, so this is an easel card. It stands like this. So we're going to do, it is a little bit top heavy, I've noticed. So, and ladies, I don't know if I gave you this ribbon. I hope so. Did I give you a piece of pool party ribbon in there?
I don't see it. Nope.
Uh-oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to put the ribbon in there for the bottom of this.
I can't tie a bow anyway.
Okay.
Actually,
We'll
I can't with my teeth.
We'll do something else to make it work. We need something to keep it there. So this is not quite holding it. And I think the balance is a little bit off on this. I don't know how to fix that. I do. It needs to be wider. Look at that. That's what it needs. The bottom needed to be wider in order to balance it better. So we learned something already.
How about that clear plastic? Is that supposed to be in there?
Clear plastic? Nope.
Yeah, clear plastic.
Is there a piece of clear plastic in there? In your
what
kit?
are the butterflies on?
Okay, so the kit that you want is
The black one, yeah.
the black one. I think I should have labeled them or something. It's going to have 2 pieces of black in it.
Yeah, I have 2 pieces of black with a couple pieces of white, and that's all.
Okay. 2 pieces of white.
Yes.
Okay. And I put a white ribbon on it, maybe. Did I put a white ribbon on it?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
No worries.
Oh, goodness, Debbie, what did you do? Okay.
I have it with the white ribbon. It maybe
Okay.
Still. Yeah.
The piece that you have, it should be the black piece should, okay, let's do that. Let's do measurements. Okay. So the first piece is 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. And it's scored at 2. I can't see here. It's too dark. Let me get some light. Okay. It's scored at 2 1/4, looks like, and 6 3/4. Do you see 2 score lines on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead and fold those score lines so that you have a Z fold.
Oh, okay. I had the wrong
Okay.
envelope there.
Ah, okay, good.
Okay, so
I
I
mean,
do
good,
have a
but
ribbon.
I know there were two of them with black, I think, two or three.
Yeah, one had two pieces.
So go ahead and score that as a Z fold. And then you should have another piece of black in there.
Yes.
That is, let's see what the measurement is on that, 5 by 5.5. And that's scored at 4 1/4. This would make sense. So we want to fold that one as well. Okay. You're doing okay so far?
I just have the one black. Did you say there was a 5 1/4 piece of black in there?
Yeah, there should be two pieces, so you may have the wrong envelope, Margaret.
Okay, well,
You should have two pieces. One is larger than the other. There's a white ribbon in there. There's a really skinny white ribbon in there.
okay, let me, oh, there must be more than one. There must be 3 blacks then.
Yeah, probably. Two. Yes, there are 3 with black.
No, I only see 2. Hold on. What, this one goes here. This one goes here.
I should have just had you guys pull out the card.
Why don't you just go ahead and keep going, Debbie, and I'll figure it out after.
Okay, all right. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and pop out our butterfly. Very gently. Did you find it, Margaret?
Yeah,
Good, okay.
the butterfly.
Okay, so take your butterfly out. And we're going to glue this butterfly between these two pieces of black on this little short edge, this little, it's kind of hard to see on this. I'm going to glue these two together with the butterfly in the middle. Okay.
Okay.
I think I forgot my adhesive. And the nice thing is no matter which way you do it, you want your butterfly to face the largest piece, okay? So you want this to go here when you're done. Okay, so I'm going to start by gluing it onto here, but I'm going to glue the back onto there. And I just want to keep it so that it's not below the line. Keep it above the line and within this parameter here. So anything below the line is going to stick out. But I want to get as much as possible on here. There we go. Okay, I'm sure that'll hold fine. And then I'm going to glue my other piece on top of that. Okay, wait a minute before I do this. I don't know why I feel like this is backwards. Every time I do this, I have this problem. It is backwards, guys. I told you backwards. Have you attached yours yet? Can
No,
you pull it off? Okay, good. Don't yet. Wait till I figure this out. I don't know why I have a hard time getting this going the right direction. So I ruined a little bit of that, but that's okay. I think I want to put it on here. Okay, because this is going to fold. I have to figure out how this is going together. That's my problem. Okay. So it does get glued to the to the small one, but it gets glued to the back of the small one. Okay. Let me figure this out and then we'll get it right. I'm thinking it's going to go on. I have to turn this over. Okay. So you're going to glue it. My glue is here. I'm going to glue it face down to the small one. Let me put mine together and then we'll know for sure. Okay. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to put this onto here. Okay, put glue on there I did. It's been a couple weeks since I did this now. Okay. Now, there we go. That's what we want. So glue it to the back. Glue it this way, face down, or glue it face up. But put your adhesive on the back of your black. And the nice thing is it doesn't matter. You can turn your papers over. So just turn it over so that your adhesive is on the back and you're gluing your flower, your butterflies onto the back of the 4-inch one, the 4 1/4 inch, the smaller of the two. And then glue the other one to the back of it. How'd we do? Still working on it?
Would you care if I didn't make an easel card? If I could just make my own card with this? It's so pretty.
No, you can do what you want. You know, you have 3 of them. You have 3 of these little butterfly things. It is very pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do what you want, Margaret.
That way I'm not going to hold you up.
That's
And
okay.
you do it if I
How are you doing, Mary? Did you
I
get it
have the
together?
first one done, but how do I attach the second piece?
Okay, so put your adhesive across the back of the small section there
Yeah,
and just attach it to the back. So
okay,
it's going to go to the back here.
all right.
Okay.
Okay,
This is the hardest one, guys. That's why I thought we'd do it first.
okay, I'm done.
Okay, good. All right, now the rest of it is just putting the rest of your pieces in. I did use the new stamp set from, that is a Hostess set. If I can remember what it's called. If you place a $300 order, you get it for free. And it's during celebration only. And it's called In Your Words. I did use that for my greeting on the front. So, and it says, hope your day is fantabulistic, fabulous and fantastic all in one. I can't even say it. So it's kind of a fun set, this one. And so if you place a $300 order, that's a free set. So let's see what I do with my blocks. I have so much stuff on my desk that I can't find my stamping blocks. Okay. There they are. So what I did is I took one of the tags, that say hope, these. And because I don't speak other languages, I just took one of those and stamped right on the back of that in memento. do this straight. It's crooked on my block. That doesn't help. Okay, and then I took, and I think you should have a piece of basic white that's going to go in here. One of them is larger than the other, if I remember right, yes. And then we're going to pull out one of the papers from our kit, and we're just going to attach that. You may need to trim it. Mine's really super close on one edge. So you may need to just trim a hair off of there. I think I'll just trim off like a 1/16 of an inch. And that's perfect. Okay. And so just attach that to this one. And then attach it to the front. And this is just all decorating here. So it's whatever you, however you want to decorate your card. Some more dimensionals. I know I'm out of them. So just grab a package out of here. I just had to order a bunch of them. One thing I seem to go through a lot are the dimensionals. Okay, so then I'm just going to attach, you know what? I'm thinking I might change this and attach this. Can I switch these around? I can. Let me attach. No, I can't. Okay, we're just going to stay with this. I was looking for something that I could attach that would stick up and hold that card. I think the card base needs to be cut wider, to be honest with you. I think this flap needs to be wider. Okay, so in here, I'm going to attach my basic white. And this would be where I would write a note. Typically, I would write a note before attaching it. That way, if I mess up, I can start over, right?
Right.
Okay. Then we're going to close that up. And the front is what we're going to decorate next. So for the front, if you look at the front of my card, I have the ribbon. I have this. This is from an envelope. So we're going to grab one of our envelopes. And we're going to cut the flap and then some. I think that's what I did on this one. Maybe it wasn't that envelope. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was this one. So I used this envelope and I cut off this section right in here. So this is 2 1/4 inches wide, I believe. Yeah, 2 1/4. So we want to cut it at 2. So I'm going to get my paper trimmer and figure out where my 2 inches is going to land. So 2, first of all, I want to trim this off straight. So I'm going to trim off just from corner to corner, just trim off a little bit, just so I have a straight edge that I'm working with. And then I'm going to cut it at 2 inches. Which is going to leave me with a little bit of a score line across there, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about that because we're going to cover that with our ribbon. And then I'm going to cut this down to, I want to go from this corner because I want it as big as I can get it. So I'm going to cut from that corner and we're going to hope that this comes out at 5 1/4. And it is just just about there. Pretty close. So I have a little bit of corner that didn't, that's going to be funny. And I think that, what did I do on the other one? The other one, the other corner came out odd. Okay. So this little corner is going to have a little niche out of it. That's just the way life is, huh? So I'm going to first wrap my ribbon around this. And the ribbon that I gave you is this teeny tiny little frail ribbon. It's difficult to use, I think, because it is so staticky. But we're going to just wrap that around there. And I just want to wrap it around so that it hides that score line. Otherwise, I wouldn't even probably put a ribbon around there. Okay. And that is going to go on the outside of my card here. So I'm just going to attach that to the front of my card with this pretty little flower up in the corner on the left. It's much easier making cards not on screen, you know that, guys? I think I have my ribbon crooked. It's okay. There we go. It works out. Oh, I smashed my butterflies there. Is it up? Okay. And I stamped a happy birthday on here, I think. Yes, I did. So I'm going to go ahead and do that before I go any further, while I can still lay this flat. And just using Peaceful Moments. There's a happy birthday in there. That's always a good one. So I'm going to use that on my block. Just stamp a little happy birthday right up here. Now you could stamp any of the greetings from the stamp set as well. You could stamp hope or, you know, any of these, or you could just stamp the butterfly or the flower that are there. Just put my knuckle in the ink pad. Let's close that up. Nobody can relate to that, can they? Okay, this is the next section. How are we doing, girls?
I'm
Mary, doing okay? All right, this is the next section that we're going to do. And you know that envelope that we cut? Well, we're going to go back and we're going to get the rest of that envelope wherever I put it. Huh. Because we're going to use that for this section here. Oh, it's over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim off the edges, these edges that are folded, so that I have a nice flat surface to work with. So I'm going to trim down this side, the two sides to start with. Oh, sorry. Okay. So now I have this nice piece in the middle here. And what I did for this one particular is I cut right in here. Okay, so we need a piece that is 4 inches. Yeah, it's 4 inches. So I don't want to cut all my pretty flower off. Nope, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to cut just above that fold line. So I have a 4-inch piece and I want to cut it down to 5 1/4. My magnet keeps sticking to my paper trimmer. My magnet is on my microphone. I don't know why they have a magnet on a microphone. Okay, so then I'm just going to go ahead and attach that down here at the bottom. And this is, I'm working on that front flap, that front of the card, not the flap, but on this large panel here, because this is going to show when we close our card. So we're going to close our card over, and that's where our bow is going to go. You should have a bow in your kit. There it is. Just attach that with a glue dot. Whoops, my glue dot didn't pick up. Oh, come on, cooperate here.
Cute.
And I'm going to grab a piercer and grab another glue dot just to anchor that. Oh. I moved everything day before yesterday. I had some help packing, and so she came over and we moved everything around so that we could have lots of space. Now I can't find anything. Time to clean up. And then yesterday was a nothing day. So, okay. So there's our card. Now, this wants to flop open. So what I did is I took one of our little tags that came in the kit. Let's see, where are they? These. I took one of these, punched it out. Just one. And I cut it down to about 1.25 inches. Let me just pull my ruler out here quick and measure it. I cut it to 1.5. So I just took one of these and just cut it off at 1.5 inches. And that's what I'm going to use to anchor this down. Now, when I did this, though, I want it to tuck under there, but I want to be sure that it's raised up. So I attached it with dimensionals. So for my dimensionals, I put one here, and I just want a little bit of it to tuck under, otherwise it'll be too much, and then it'll you'll have to bend your card a lot in order to get it under there. So that's what I did. So I have this much room that it can tuck under. It's just that section there. So I'm just going to peel those off. And what I'm going to do is close this up. I'm going to slide this up so that it hits into that, that lip. And then I'm just going to lay it down. And that's my little door to keep it closed.
Cute.
Okay, so then it just tucks up and under. So that's why I didn't want any more tuck. That's enough tuck, enough bending and bowing. Probably could have gone a little less than that, but I wanted it to hold well. Okay, and then I pulled one of the flowers, I think, didn't I? Yeah, I pulled a flower out of our kit here. Let's see, where's my flowers? I don't remember seeing those. Isn't that funny? Oh, I know where they are. It's on that sheet that has the miscellaneous ones. Did I put it over here? Probably. I did. Okay, so I pulled one of these little flowers here and attached it right here. Now this is mostly to help hold it as an easel card is what this is. So I want to attach it with, that made me think of something else that I saw when I opened it, but I didn't see when I was going through it. Did you guys remember seeing some sequins?
Yes.
Yeah, I did too, but now I don't see them. There's my dimensional. There they are. They're in with my dimensionals. Okay. So I'm going to take and put a little sequin right. Oh, guys, the dimensionals and the glue dots come in your kit. You don't even have to have those extra. That's so nice. Okay, so I'm going to attach this with a dimensional, and then I'm going to put a glue dot, I mean a sequin over top of it, because I want it to stick up so that, and I'm going to put it right on the edge down here, my glue dot right on the edge. And then just put my little dimensional in there, and hopefully that'll distract enough that it won't look like, it won't show. Okay, so then when you open this up, and this would be really pretty with any large die. You're going to fold it around and fold it again, and it should hook into there. This one, not going to stand, still not going to stand. So that's where I think that it needs to be, this panel needs to be wider. So I had cut this at 7 1/4, I think. So if you were going to do this, if I was going to do this again, I would leave it at 8 inches. So I would trim it at 8 inches instead, and that would give you enough of a panel that when this comes around, it would sit a little bit easier, because this doesn't want to sit very well. Okay, all right, maybe it does. I just had to work with it. So just squish the back panel so that it'll stand up. There we go. We got through that one. How did you guys do? How'd you do, Mary?
Great, great. It's very cute.
Okay,
Good, that looks good.
isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're ready to start the next one. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's pull out. Let's get this out of the way. Okay. Put that one away. All right, let's pull out. How about, let's do this one next. This one's pretty simple. Did I emboss? I need to know if I embossed your panels for you, if I embossed this pool party. I don't remember.
Mine is embossed.
Okay, good. I guess I could look at my kit, because mine should be the same as yours.
Yeah, mine's a box too.
Okay, good. Okay, so you're just going to pull those out. The Always Hope was cut from the labels that came in here, the long one. Let me find that in my stack here. So we need a bigger table. Oh, right here. So what I did is I cut Always Hope out of here. And I think I used the rest of that on another card. So let's go ahead and do that one. I've already lost all my cards. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. I'm pulling all the wrong cards. Uh-oh, did I send somebody the wrong card? No. There's one more card that I'm not seeing. There it is. Okay, so this one is real simple. So I use the contour dies, the scallop contour dies to cut this. And then we're using out of the kit, we're going to use this piece of designer series cardstock. And I did cut it down to I'm going to say 4 inches, even though it looks like it's already 4 inches. And then 2 5/8. I'm thinking 4 inches might be a little bit large. So I'm going to cut the 2 5/8 first. And then if this is 4 inches, I'm just going to shave a little bit off. No, it's not 4 inches. So I'm going to cut it to 4 inches. Just a little bit more than that. I had a feeling. Okay. And that's going to fit right in there. Okay. And then my Always Hope, which came from here. And I'm just going to trim that right there. You know, I'm going to do it with the scissors because I have a tendency to cut crooked when I do that kind of thing for some reason. So I'm just going to put that right in there. And I should be able to go right between. And I'm going to save that piece for another card. This one's a super simple card, which is really nice. And so I just attached my designer cardstock here that was in the kit to my scallop. Attached my Always Hope little blue here. Uh-oh.
No, it's okay. I thought I cut the wrong side, but I did okay.
Okay. And then the butterfly just came from our punch outs here. This one came from, not from this sheet, but from the other one. So these butterflies look gorgeous on black, I have noticed. Like this would be super pretty placed on a black sheet of cardstock and just cut in a frame. I think that would be so pretty. There's so many great ideas out there for this kit. My butterflies. I know I didn't stamp it, and I know I didn't cut it out of here. Yeah, that's not cut out of there. We have another sheet of butterflies that I'm missing. Oh, the box. I know they were on the part with the box. Let's see if I just set that. Let's have it. Yes, they are. So this butterfly is on this sheet with the large box butterfly. And I just took one of them. Right there. And just added that with the glue dot. Just right to there. Added a few sequins. And I'm just going to attach my card, my pool party. And this pool party is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, I would imagine. Yeah. That's going to go to the front of my card. And then I'm going to attach my little scallop section here that I have. But this could even be put on with dimensionals. Let's do that. Let's change it and put on dimensionals, which are right here. Whoops, sticking to my finger. Oh, about the paper and not the dimensional. Okay, so then I'm going to peel this off. That one's off. And I hear a tape runner. And then I'm just going to add my pretty little sequins here. And I'm a little close up there in that corner, so I think I will come down with 2 of them. But as always, we want 3. Here. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Great.
Okay. Let me know and we'll move on to the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Ready?
go ahead. Go ahead. I just need to add my hope and I dropped it so I can add it afterwards. We're good.
Okay. Okay, good. All right.
Your
I'll
card.
set those aside. Yeah, real simple. Just,
Is that-
cutting that pool party and embossing it and just using those scallop dies. So let's pull out the one with the Blackberry Bliss. And there's two, I believe, with Blackberry Bliss. So this one, how could I tell you? This is just a piece of Blackberry Bliss, I think. And a piece of white. So it'll be this one with the ribbon. So this ribbon is an old ribbon that I had upstairs and I thought I want a ribbon and I didn't like this ribbon very well. So I wanted something to coordinate it better. So I ran upstairs and found this, and so that's what we're going to use for that. So this retired last year, but it's such a gorgeous ribbon. I just loved it. Okay, so on this one, we're going to use another envelope. So let's pull out an envelope and preferably the one with the Blackberry Bliss on it. So you could even, with the Blackberry Bliss ribbon, you wouldn't even have to use the pool party because I changed out the pool party. So you could use either this envelope or you could use this one, which is what I used, the back of this one. Or the back of that one would be pretty too. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to do the back of this one just for a change. So I'm going to take my envelope and I'm going to cut it up again. So I want to end up with a piece that is 5 by 3 and 3 3¾ So let's start with getting our paper trimmer. And we know that we're going to go 3 3/4. So let's cut our 3 3/4 to start with. No, let's trim off the bottom first. Yeah, just trim so you can open your card. You're going to need it flat. And then we're going to trim off 3 3/4, which is what we need for our card. That's not right. Did you guys cut yet?
Nope.
Don't cut.
Okay. Well, that was
Okay.
close.
What did I do on this? Because it doesn't make 3 3/4. 3 3/4 comes up too short. I used the front of the card. I don't think so. The front of the envelope? No. What did I do? Boy, that envelope looks totally different than any others. That's really interesting. Because look at how much the purple is there, and that is not.
Yeah, my
And it
purple
doesn't.
has.
Oh, it has the butterflies. Yes, you're right. Okay, so that's why I have the ribbon across there, because that's where the score line is. So don't cut off the bottom of the butterfly. I mean, the bottom of the envelope. Okay, so trim your sides. Just go ahead and trim the sides, the 2 sides, but don't cut the bottom. So trim the 2 sides, just so you can open it up flat. Oops, I need to go a little bit more than that. I just want to trim off just a hair so it'll open up. There we go. So the score line is where we're going to use a ribbon to hide the score line. So now we're going to cut this at, let's see what's going to be the easiest way to go. Well, let's start with the bottom because we know that we want to come just cut across the bottom there, just where the design ends. You know, kind of pick where you want your. So I'm going to go right across the bottom of the design, and I may cut more off depending upon how everything lands. So then I know I want this to be 5 inches from that point up. And so I'm going to cut that at 5. And then we're going to go at 3 3/4. Then we're going to go 3 3/4. So you'll end up with a 5 by 3 3/4 with a score line through the middle of it. That you didn't put there.
5 by 3 3/4.
5 by 3 3/4.
Okay, thank you.
And I have a little bit of a funny little thing over here where the back overlapped, but it's printed on there, so I'm not going to worry about it.
5 by 3/4.
Okay. I was ready to move on.
Yep.
Okay, I'm using Best Year, and I'm going to use the Happy Birthday to You out of that one. It's one of my favorites. And of course, you could use any of the stamps that were included. You could also stamp more butterflies on here if you didn't want to attach a butterfly. There are just endless possibilities on these cards as to what you could do. So, and I'm going to use my Blackberry Bliss. If I can find it. It was right here. And I'm just going to stamp my greeting right down at the bottom here.
We still have 3 cards to go, but I didn't want you to be crowded.
Are you okay with that? Okay, so then we're going to attach this to our Blackberry Bliss paper. Or Blackberry Bliss cardstock. And wrap our ribbon. I always want to wrap our ribbon before we attach. And I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive on here. And then wrap my ribbon right around, covering up that score line. Attach it to the front of my card, which is basic white. Let's cut it 4 1/4 by 11, so it's a long card. Okay, then I'm going to attach my bow with a glue dot. And stick another glue dot underneath my bow just to keep it from bouncing around. And then that other butterfly that was in with the card, the box. This one. Oh, no, not that one. Where's the box? Looking for my box. The big butterfly for the box. That's where the other butterfly is that goes on here. I lost my butterfly. There it is. So I put that one on here, and then I also put one of the small ones from the sheet. So that one kind of just lends itself to be right over top of that. And then I just put a little purple one, a little blackberry one here. Actually, it looks more like rich raspberry to me. And just put that one on as well. Just over top of that other one that's printed on there. And then just add my sequins. Actually, on this one, yeah, I did. I put the sequins on, I put the sequins on the butterflies, and I didn't like it. They were a little bit too big. So I ended up going back and putting rhinestones on there. So I don't think I included rhinestones in your kits. They're just the basic rhinestones. So I just put 3 rhinestones on the large ones, 3 of the small rhinestones. So if you don't have those, because that was not one of the things I told you you would need, you could add those later. And there we are. How you guys doing?
Good. Very pretty.
Okay. Are we ready to move on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So for the next one, let's pull out this one. This is Bermuda Bay. That's the color of this. I knew I'd come up with it eventually. So what I did is I just cut your card base in Bermuda Bay at 5.5 by 8, 5.5 by 8.5. And then once again, I use the scallop and contour dies and cut the shape, the rectangle here. This one's going to go together real simple. This one, once again, is using this rectangle that's already in here. You will need to trim it down. So get your paper cutter and cut that too. Let's see, let's go 4.5 by 3.25. So 4.5 by 3.25.
Four and a half by 3.25.
4.5 by 3.25. Yeah. That leaves this nice little border around it. Okay, so you have a piece of basic white, which goes inside your card. That way you'll be able to see if you're right in there. Or if you wanted to stamp something, it would go in there. Encouragement. Okay, then for the front, you have the piece that you cut and your scallop rectangle. I'm just going to attach those together. Whoa, that's crooked. Yeah. Try it again. Okay, it's going to stay that way. It's a little lopsided. How many times will it be gracious enough to let me pull it off? That is one of the things I love about our Stamp and Seal. You can remove it if you do it right away. There we go. Okay, let's turn that over and give it a good press. We want it to stay this time. Okay, remember that piece that we cut the little greeting off of before? That is what's going to go here. And it's going to go, we're going to attach this to our card front. Just like that. And then that other part of that greeting, what did I do with it? To keep it right here so I would know where it was. Whoa, I lost it. I thought I laid it right down so I would have it handy. It's the greeting that we used here. So you're going to attach that across the front. You could do it with dimensionals. I did mine flat. As soon as I find it, I will do it. And unfortunately, there's only one of those in the kit. Or else I would just pull out the second one and cut it and do it too. That's so funny, because when I cut that off, I thought, okay, remember where that is. Oh, it's right here. It's in my paper trimmer, right down at the bottom. Okay. So I'm just going to attach that. And I left the little flag there on the end. Oh, wait a minute, I trimmed off more of it. I trimmed off "You Never Know" from "You Never Know" on. So I cut off the "because." You never know what tomorrow will bring, and the "because" gets cut off because it won't fit otherwise. And just attach that just like that. And then your butterflies are from your little stickers that are in your kit. So you're going to have tons of stuff left. So you can make all kinds of cards with this. Put that aside now. Where's my butterflies? I can't find my butterflies. I had them here.
You're on that same one,
Probably.
the bottom one is right underneath your big butterfly, the next one down.
Thank you. Very good, Mary. I just couldn't see. Okay. And I'm just going to attach those with blue dots.
Oh.
One's going to fly that direction and the other one's going to fly the other way. And then just put on a few of my sequins here. Already knocked one off. So let's put that one on. And these sequins are different colors. Some of them have kind of a blue tint to them. Some of them have a pink tint to them. And there we go. That one's super simple. And I love the colors of it. It's real bright and cheery looking. So a good encouragement card. Okay, are we ready to move on, or are you guys still working?
I just
I'm
need
ready.
1 second.
Okay,
Okay, go.
okay. We have just one card left.
I think there's 2, isn't
Two.
there?
Okay, let's pull out the one with the pale papaya. This one, black and pale papaya. And that is this card. Just real simple again. We're going to use our envelope again. So this time we're going to get probably the back of this one. Nope. The back of this one. This one. So it's this envelope. And we're just going to use this corner of it. And once again, we're going to cut that down. So this time we're going to cut it to a piece that is, oops, turn the ruler over, it works better. 4 inches by 2 3/4.
4 by 2 and 3.
So 4 by 2 3/4. And remember, we're going to use the back on this one.
4 by 2 and 3.
So yeah, and I'm going to cut my 4 going this direction. So once again, I'm going to cut it open so I don't cut up everything. And because I'm going to cut off, remember how on the other one, there was a little section there that was printed? Well, we needed that. So this time I'm going to cut my envelope open by cutting the sides. And then because I want to save this so I can use it for other things as well. And then I'm going to cut down this score line. And then over to 2 3/4. And then cut my 4 inches. I've still got a little bit of envelope up here, so I'm going to trim off a little bit at that top. A little bit of a funny little thing. So before I cut that 4 inches, I'll cut that. Okay, now I'm going to cut my 4 inches, and there is my piece. Okay, guys got that?
Just about.
Okay. So then we're just going to, this is another one, real simple. We're just, if you want to stamp a greeting, now's the time to do that. This is where there is faith, miracles happen. So here I used one of the greetings from the stamp set. This one. Where there is faith, miracles happen. Turn off that one a little bit before I take it off and get ink all over. This one I'm going to stamp in the black memento. And I would stamp off first and just check it and make sure that it's stamping nice, because this is a brand new stamp that hasn't been used. And there we are. And then I'm just going to attach that. And so you're just going to put your layers together, really simple. This is a nice quick one too.
Boy, that's striking.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Just
Beautiful.
the way that comes together is just, those colors just complement each other beautifully. Just attach it to my card base, add my butterflies and my sequins. And the butterflies are right here next to me. I decided I would keep them close by, Mary. And then I did use the sequins on these butterflies. They looked okay on this one. I don't know why it didn't look good to me on the other one. So this one, I've got that a little low, but I think we'll be okay. I could have put them both up top. Okay, and add my sequins. And there it is.
Cute, easy and beautiful.
And yeah, I just love those colors.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. It gets crooked. I'm my own worst critic always. Yeah. Aren't we all? Yeah, that's a nice, easy one. And you can make a lot of those out of these envelopes. You could just whip out a bunch of those easily. Just cutting layers ahead of time. No embossing or anything. It makes it quick and easy. So,
Yeah.
okay. How we doing?
Great. Ready for the
Okay.
next one.
Ready for the next one? Okay, this is our final one. And this one is a, I don't know, a fold card, some kind of a fold card. What do they call it? A Z fold card. Okay, so this one, let me find my card. This one.
It was a good idea doing the hardest one first.
Yes.
Yeah, this one's a little bit more difficult than the others, but it's not. It is, but it's not. So, yeah. Yeah, because if you get down to the end, sometimes doing the hardest one first is much easier than, you know, getting down to that end and you're like, I'm almost done. It's a psychological thing, right? Okay, so we're going to start with an envelope, and the envelope that we are going to use is this one. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to cut off the edges again. Lots of little scraps down here. So we'll start with cutting off those edges. And we want to go as close as we can because we're going to come right down to the bottom here. Because we want to have 5 1/4 inches across at the end when we're all done cutting this off, which I think will be okay on. So open that up. All right, and then we're going to cut, trim the bottom across it so it's straight here. And what did I do here? Looking at my design. This looks like it is this. Okay, that came from there. Okay, that makes sense. And then this is from the top. Okay, so you're going to cut it at the bottom score line. That fold line, which is now a fold line. Okay, so I'm going to cut it there. And then you're going to cut at 4 inches. So that's going to leave you a top section and bottom section. And then we're going to cut this so it's 5 1/4 inches going across. Take the biggest part and turn it to 5 1/4. Okay. Probably could have done that with the whole envelope, but we won't. Okay, so that is our piece for this. Okay, then for our top, we're going to cut this at 2 inches. Wait a minute, let me double check that one. That measurement is, no, 1 7/8. So we're going to cut that at 1 7/8. Okay. And that's going to be 1 7/8 by 5 and 1/4. I'm going to trim off a little bit. I've got a little bit showing over here that's white. Okay, so 5 1/4. Okay, so that gives us a piece for that. Now we just need a piece for our small rectangle. And let's see what the measurement on that is. So this measures 3 1/2, no, 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. So we're going to cut this to, first I'm going to trim off this edge. So I have a nice straight edge that I'm working with. And then I'm going to trim off this edge. So I have a nice straight edge here, just going from that corner. Okay, we're working with the envelope flap. So we're going to go, this was 3, where's my ruler? Easier that way. 3 1/4. So we want this to be 3 inches going across. And we want it to be 2 1/4 going down. Boy, that seems so small. No, yeah, 2 1/4. Okay. Oh, it is 2 1/4. Mine's 2 1/4. I don't know about you guys, but mine's 2 1/4. Which makes sense. Did everybody come out with the right measurements there?
Now we're doing on
Right.
the little bit small piece, right?
Right, this is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. Let me just check. The small piece is 3 by 2 1/4. Yeah. 3 by 2 1/4, and it's going to go on this one.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Okay. And I'm going to stamp a greeting on here. let's see, what do I have? The one I have says wishing you every happiness the special day will bring. And I think that came from one of the sets I already pulled out. Wishing you every happiness. Yes, it did. It came from Peaceful Moments. So let me pull that one out. And I'm going to stamp that across there. Okay, and I'm going to stamp this in. I'm going to do this one in Blackberry Bliss. So grab that pad. And I'm going to come down a little bit because I'm going to put a ribbon across the top to cover my score line that's there that I don't want to show, but was part of the envelope. Okay, so then I'm going to attach this to my small tag there for this little piece. And then you have a piece of the Blackberry Bliss ribbon in your kit. And I'm just going to tie that, take that around and tie it in a knot in the front. Oops, come on, cooperate. Well, that didn't come out like a very nice knot, but it's okay. It's a knot. Trim off my edges here.
So you didn't order?
20 minutes? I thought we were there for 20 minutes.
Okay, then this is just really simple. We're just going to attach, oh, my happy birthday goes in here.
I
Okay.
mean, they're busy making
So-
all the calls.
Why didn't you-
Grab that.
It's like, you know,
Where did I put my stamp pad? Okay, so I'm going to stamp that in Memento. Just right there. Drag that a little bit so my happy birthday looks like he's wiggling. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside of my card. And I'm going to just Z-fold that. So this happy birthday is going to go down here on the bottom. So the large piece of your envelope is going to go there. My glue bottle's running out. Okay, and that's going to go right in there. Okay, and then my other piece is going to go right here. This is the narrower piece that we cut off of the envelope. It's going to go in there. Just making sure that I have my design in the top left corner. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I'm sliding all over there. Okay. And you could attach this going this direction, or you can attach it going the other direction, either way. So on mine, I did it this direction, going up and down like that. So I think I'll go ahead with this one. So what I did is I put some dimensionals on the back of this. I'm going to put 2 of them at the top here. Just like that. Get my ribbon straight. And then I'm going to put the other 2 dimensionals on my card. Then that way I don't have to worry about, are they going to be in the wrong place? So I'm just going to figure out they're going to go back here. So I'll put one there and one over here. Then I know they won't end up showing on the back, because if I put them on the back of here, then I'm guessing where they're going to go. And then I'm just going to center this and attach it. Attach my butterflies and my
Sequin.
bling. And yeah, thank you. Whatever those things are. And sequins. And then we're ready to go. Our party's done. And there. And look at how much stuff you have left, guys. You have a ton of stuff left. You can probably make most of the cards that are in the instructions, I would imagine. I think you even have one of each envelope left.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so, you know, if you want to follow the instructions that come in the kit, you could do that and make up the rest of them. Or you could just duplicate some of these.
This is great.
So-
These are darling, Debbie.
They are very nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me today to do this. This was fun. It was very relaxing. It was nice. It was what I needed today. I almost canceled and I said, no, I'm going to do it because I feel okay. And so I thought, you know, as long as my head's not hurting, I'm good to go. So I'm really glad that I didn't cancel and that we got together to do this today.
Yeah, that was,
So-
good.
Marvin and I are glad.
Yeah, and the cards are beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. They were fun to play with. I can't wait to see what next month's paper pumpkin is. So we might have to do this again next month. We'll have to see what the paper pumpkin is. Although you have to order it now before the 10th, which is tomorrow, Friday. You have to order it by the Friday in order to do it. So, I mean, with the holiday paper pumpkins coming out, I think that, you know, they're probably going to be, they're usually adorable. The holiday ones are. So I probably should put out an email and say, order today or tomorrow and join me. And we should do it again.
That sounds good. I'll look forward.
Sounds good. Okay, so you won't be able to, you have to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, but you could do a 1 month. You don't have to do, you know, a 6-month subscription.
Okay.
You can actually just go in and sign up for Paper Pumpkin and do it month by month. You can stop it at any time. So, you know, if you guys want to do that, I would encourage you to do that. It's kind of a fun kit. You get a lot of stuff in it. So, and you get a new stamp set every month and you get a new stamp, at least one new stamp pad every month. So, and we never know what else is going to be in there. So, but thank you so much for joining me today, ladies.
Debbie, that was
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, guess what? I
What?
forgot to record.
Oh, no.
No.
I thought I started it, but I guess I
thought
didn't.
you-
Oh, yes. Oh, no, it's recording. It's recording.
I was going to say, I have a red light that says it's recording.
Yeah.
Good.